All right, everybody, gather around. Your Uncle Will's got some wisdom to drop on you. Today we're talking about something super important, strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, you heard that right. Those things that make you uniquely you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Strengths, weaknesses, sounds kind of boring, Will, but trust me on this one. This stuff is gold, pure gold. It's like the secret sauce to leveling up your life. You know what I'm saying? See, when you know your strengths, you can rock them like a boss. You can be confident, go after your dreams, and shine brighter than a diamond. And those weaknesses, they're not something to be ashamed of. Nope, they're just opportunities for growth, for becoming even more awesome than you already are. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey of self-discovery, baby. We're going to dig deep, uncover those hidden talents, and figure out how to handle those little quirks we all got. By the end of this, you'll be walking tall, feeling good, and ready to conquer the world. All right, first things first, we got to get real with ourselves. No sugarcoating, no pretending. It's time for some honest-to-goodness self-reflection. Think of it like looking in the mirror, but instead of checking your hair, you're checking your soul, deep, right? Now find yourself a quiet spot. Maybe put on some chill music and just think. What are you naturally good at? What gets you hyped? What makes you lose track of time? Maybe you're a math whiz, a wordsmith extraordinaire, or a people person who can charm the socks off anyone. On the flip side, what are some things you struggle with? Don't beat yourself up about it, we all got them. Maybe you're a bit of a procrastinator, guilty, or maybe you're not the best at staying organized. It's all good, we're gonna work on it. Remember, this ain't about judging yourself, all right? It's about understanding yourself, knowing your strengths so you can use them, and your weaknesses so you can work on them. Self-awareness, my friends, that's the key. Now, sometimes seeing ourselves clearly can be tough. It's like trying to see your own reflection in a pond. The water's always a little murky. That's where your crew comes in, your trusted advisors, your ride or dies. Talk to your friends, your family, your teachers, your mentors, people who know you well and want the best for you. Ask them what they see as your strengths and weaknesses. Don't be scared of a little constructive criticism, all right? It's how we grow. Now, when they're sharing their thoughts, listen up good. Keep an open mind. Even if you don't agree with everything they say, remember, they're coming from a good place. And sometimes an outside perspective can be eye-opening. And hey, if they point out a weakness, don't take it personally. It's not an insult, it's an opportunity. It's like they're handing you a map to level up your life. So take a deep breath, say thank you, and get ready to work on it. Let's talk about those strengths for a minute, those things that make you say, yeah, I'm kind of awesome. Maybe you're a creative genius, a problem-solving machine, or a natural-born leader. Whatever your superpower is, own it. Don't be shy about celebrating your strengths. Shout them from the rooftops. Okay, maybe not literally, but you get the idea. Embrace them, nurture them, let them shine. And here's the thing, use them to your advantage. If you're a smooth talker, maybe public speaking is your jam. If you're a tech whiz, dive into the world of coding or engineering. Lean into your strengths and watch yourself soar. Remember, your strengths are your secret weapons in the game of life. Use them wisely, and you'll be unstoppable. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Those pesky weaknesses we all got. Listen, nobody's perfect, and trying to be perfect is a recipe for disaster. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Ain't gonna happen. The goal ain't to erase your weaknesses, it's to manage them, to make sure they don't hold you back from living your best life. Think of it like this. Your weaknesses are like those weights you lift at the gym. They might feel heavy at first, but the more you work on them, the stronger you'll get. So if you struggle with time management, maybe invest in a planner or download a fancy app. If public speaking makes you break out in a cold sweat, join a Toastmasters club and practice your speeches in the mirror. Remember, weaknesses are just areas for improvement, not definitions of who you are. So embrace the challenge, put in the work, and watch yourself grow. Yo, we got to talk about strengths for a minute. These are your jams, your superpowers, the things you do that make everyone else say, how'd they do that? Maybe you're a tech whiz, building apps in your sleep. Or maybe you got away with words that could charm the socks off a statue. Whatever your strengths are, don't hide them. Embrace those bad boys like a championship belt. This ain't about being cocky. It's about knowing your worth. You got gifts. Use them. If you're a natural comedian, make them laugh. If you're a problem solver, find those puzzles that need cracking. The world needs what you got, so don't be shy about letting it shine. Now, I'm not saying to rest on your laurels, chilling like a villain in a jacuzzi full of success. Think of your strengths as stepping stones, each one getting you higher and higher. You good with people? That's leadership material right there. Use that to build a team, start a movement, change the game. Good at music? Don't just keep it to yourself. Share that gift. Write a song, teach a class, inspire someone else to find their rhythm. See, your strengths ain't just about you, they're about what you can bring to the world. And trust me, the world's always hungry for something real, something special. So give them what you got. Alright, now for the real talk. We all got weaknesses, yo. Things we struggle with, things we trip over, things that make us want to crawl under the bed and hide. But guess what? That's okay. Nobody's perfect, and that includes yours truly. Remember that time I tried to be a rapper in Bel Air? Yeah, not my finest hour, but here's the thing. Weaknesses ain't permanent. They're just areas where we got to put in some extra work. So you got trouble managing time. Get yourself a planner, download an app, find a system that works for you. Public speaking got you tongue-tied? Join a club, practice in the mirror, find your voice and let it boom. Listen, I ain't gonna lie, working on your weaknesses can be tough. It's like trying to teach Carlton a new dance move. It's gonna take time, it's gonna take effort, and it's gonna be frustrating sometimes, but here's the beautiful thing. Every little bit of progress is a victory. Every time you face a fear, every time you push past that voice in your head telling you you can't, you get stronger. And you know what happens when you turn those weaknesses into wins? Your confidence skyrockets. You start seeing yourself differently, the world sees you differently, and suddenly anything feels possible. Now, I gotta warn you about something. Sometimes we get so caught up in fixing our flaws that we forget about our strengths. We get stuck in this trap of thinking we got to be good at everything. But here's the truth. Nobody's good at everything. And that's perfectly fine. Life ain't about being a jack of all trades. It's about finding your lane and rocking it. Spend most of your time building on what you're already good at. Those strengths, those are your secret weapons. They're what set you apart, what make you unique, what make you, well, you. Think of it like this. You wouldn't put Michael Jordan on a baseball field, right? Or ask Beyoncé to solve a complex math equation. You put people in positions where they can shine. So if you're a creative genius, but terrible with numbers, find yourself a partner who loves crunching data. If you're a people person who hates paperwork, delegate those tasks to someone who thrives on organization. Life's a team sport, yo. Find your squad, play to your strengths, and watch how much smoother everything becomes. Remember, balance is key. Don't sweat the small stuff. Focus on what you do best and let your awesomeness flow. Yo, check it. Life's gonna throw you curveballs. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta step out of your comfort zone, even if it means relying on a weakness. It might feel awkward, like trying to dance the waltz when you only know the Carlton, but trust me, the magic happens when you push yourself beyond what's easy. So don't be afraid to step out of that comfort zone. You heard? You got this! Adaptability is key. Balance your strengths and weaknesses. Ask for help when needed. Nobody's good at everything. Use your strengths and call for reinforcements. Adaptability is the name of the game. Practice makes you more capable and confident. Want to know yourself better? Unlock hidden talents? Discover your inner superhero? Use personality tests like Myers-Briggs or Strengths Finder. They reveal if you're a social butterfly or a lone wolf, a creative genius or a master organizer. It's like having a roadmap to your mind. This is science, not horoscope stuff. Based on research, these tests offer new perspectives. Understand your strengths and weaknesses and find your path to success. If personality tests aren't your thing, try journaling. It's a powerful tool for self-discovery. Think of it as your personal therapist. You can tell it anything. It's a judgment-free zone. You might surprise yourself, discover patterns and make changes. Start building the life you dream of. Grab a notebook and start writing. Yo, check it. We've been on this journey of self-discovery, right? Digging deep, figuring out our strengths and weaknesses. But here's the real deal, the heart of the matter. It ain't about being perfect. Nah, it's about loving yourself, flaws and all. See, we all got those things, those little quirks and imperfections. Maybe you trip over your own feet sometimes, or you can't tell a good joke to save your life. That's all right. It's those imperfections that make you, well, you. Don't get caught up trying to be some flawless version of yourself. Embrace the whole package, the good, the bad, and the hilarious. Because when you love yourself, truly love yourself, that's when you unlock that next level of confidence. And trust me, that confidence, it radiates outwards. People see it, they feel it, it's magnetic. So let go of the need to be perfect and embrace the awesome, unique individual you already are. Now, I ain't saying you should just settle and be like, hey, this is me, take it or leave it. Nah, there's always room for growth, for leveling up. But that growth, it should come from a place of self-love, not self-criticism. Think of it like this. You're a work in progress, a masterpiece in the making. Every day is a chance to add a new brushstroke, to refine the details. But even as you're working on those details, appreciate the whole picture. The beauty of the journey. See, perfection is an illusion, a moving target, but progress, now that's something real, something tangible. Every step you take, no matter how small, it brings you closer to the best version of yourself. So keep striving, keep learning, keep growing, but do it with love, with kindness towards yourself. Remember, you're on your own timeline, and every step you take is a victory. All right, so we've spent all this time getting to know ourselves, figuring out our strengths and weaknesses. We've talked about acceptance, about loving ourselves. But here's the deal, knowledge without action is like a car without an engine. It ain't going nowhere. Knowing your strengths is great, but you got to use them. Those strengths, they're your superpowers, your secret weapons. So don't be afraid to unleash them on the world. Find opportunities where you can shine, where you can use those talents to make a real impact. And your weaknesses, don't let them hold you back. Use them as a roadmap for growth, for areas where you can improve. Maybe you need to brush up on some skills, or maybe you need to call in reinforcements and ask for help. The point is, don't just sit on this knowledge. Take action. Apply what you've learned to your everyday life, because that's how you turn self-awareness into real, tangible results. Now, I know what you're thinking. Will, you make it sound so easy. What about those weaknesses that just trip me up every time? Listen, I get it. We all got those areas where we struggle. But here's the secret. You can actually use your weaknesses to your advantage. Let me give you an example. Say you're a big picture thinker, a visionary. But when it comes to the details, you're lost in the sauce. Well, guess what? That's your cue to build a team. To surround yourself with people who excel in those areas where you might not. See, life ain't a solo mission, it's a team sport. And when you can acknowledge your weaknesses and find people who complement your strengths, you become unstoppable. So don't be afraid to ask for help, to delegate, to lean on others. Remember, teamwork makes the dream work. We've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? From self-reflection to embracing our strengths and weaknesses to putting in the work and taking action. But here's the thing about this journey of self-discovery. It never really ends. Life is all about learning and growing, about constantly evolving into the best versions of ourselves. And the more you know yourself, the better equipped you are to navigate the ups and downs that life throws your way. So keep exploring, keep pushing your boundaries, keep striving for greatness, but most importantly, keep believing in yourself because you are capable of amazing things. You got this.